Good afternoon. I'm Spot On Weather Meteorologist Matthew Euler, and we're about to roll into the long-range discussion for 6 December 2016. All right, starting off with the forecast valid 0700 Eastern Standard Time on the 10th of December, which is this Saturday. What we have going on the chart is we have much colder air. We have a 1037 millibar high situated over southern Ohio into western Virginia. Clockwise flow around this high pressure system will bring colder temperatures into southeast Virginia, as we sit on the east side of this high pressure system. The thicknesses are fairly cold at this point, so we expect dry and cold weather, high temperatures generally in the 40s with lows overnight. Saturday night into Sunday morning, we're expecting lows into the low 30s. Moving along to the forecast valid 0700 Eastern Standard Time on Sunday, the 11th of December, a new storm system has moved into the Midwest with a 1008 millibar low pressure system. The blue here denotes snow, the green rain, and this denotes another frontal system, a cold front that's sitting over the Midwest at this time on Sunday morning. As we move to the east coast over southeast Virginia, we expect the high pressure system to gradually work its way off to the east-northeast, and the flow around this high will start directing southerly and south-southwesterly light winds on the backside of the high pressure system. So we expect some moderating temperatures beginning this Sunday. Now, they won't be extremely mild, but highs back close to 50 degrees is reasonable at that time. And dry conditions continuing. It looks like a dry weekend overall, which is good news if you have outdoor holiday plans. All right, moving along to the forecast valid 0700 Eastern Standard Time on the 12th of December. This is next Monday. The frontal system from the previous slide that was back over the Midwest with that low pressure system. That low pressure system moves to the northeast, becomes a 1003 millibar low. Just over Quebec, eastern Canada there. We have a frontal system which extends down through Massachusetts, eastern Pennsylvania, West Virginia, out into the western parts of Virginia, down in eastern Tennessee. We have some rain showers that will move into southeast Virginia actually on Monday. Not expecting anything too heavy with these particular rain showers, but things do cloud up over our area in southeast Virginia by Monday. And a cold front approaches, lower thickness values back over the Midwest, and a 1033 millibar high over Montana will direct some cooler air southeast at this point in time behind a cold front as it approaches southeast Virginia. Moving on now for forecast, a double panel screen here. Forecast valid 0700 Eastern Standard Time, the 13th and 14th of December. What we're expecting, we'll go in and look at the 13th. That's next Tuesday first. Of a high pressure at 1027 millibar high will move overhead southeast Virginia. So the rain on Monday, the 12th, will be pushed offshore by this point. High pressure, drier conditions moving into southeast Virginia at that point in time. Another area of low pressure developing over the Midwest with some snow shower activity as well in association with it. But looking dry again once we get into the Tuesday, December 13th time frame. Seasonable temperatures about 52, 53 degrees at that point in time. Moving on to December 14th, next Wednesday, we now will start looking at very cold conditions again. This front grows stronger. An Arctic front now comes down from the Midwest with snow into Kentucky, West Virginia Appalachian Mountains, into the Alleghenies of western Pennsylvania, into New York State. Lake effect snows downwind of the Great Lakes once again next Wednesday, the 14th of December. Here's some rain showers out ahead of this strong Arctic front. Here comes round number 2, folks, for the Arctic air. Round number 1 is this Friday and Saturday, moderating temperatures, and then by next Thursday, we have another shot of very cold air, and I'm about to show you a very impressive forecasting chart. This is off the 1200 Zulu latest model run today. All right, a major blast of cold on 15 December next Thursday. frigid air. A 1042 millibar high pressure system situated over northern Arkansas. A lot of cold air advection directed straight down from Canada and from the very cold northern plain states, pointing right towards Southeast Virginia at this point in time. We can expect another increase in northwesterly wind speeds at that time. Most of the moisture by this point moves offshore. The front is all the way down into central Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and off the East Coast. So we have another major cold blast coming. This is shot number 2 with Arctic air that's coming down. And we talked about that at Spot on Weather of these episodes of very cold air. So next Thursday, get ready. This Friday, Saturday will be blast number 1. And then a little moderating break, closer to seasonal temperatures. By next late Wednesday, Thursday, another shot of very cold air. And this is actually colder. These thickness values here are actually lower, indicating colder air than this weekend coming up. So this will be the coldest shot yet. And one thing I wanted to mention here, if we were to go back 6 hours previous to this, we actually have the possibility of our first flakes of snow or wintry precipitation nearby. If we get another, basically we're looking at a little bit of moisture lingering behind this Arctic front, which could bring a few flakes of snow for the first time this season into Southeast Virginia. And that could happen around the 14th of December. Stay tuned to Spot on Weather for updates on that situation. At this point in time, we would not expect much in the way of accumulation. The ground's very warm. So maybe just a little bit of snowflakes to enhance your Christmas spirit. And then I want to just go over what the jet stream configuration looks like on the 15th of December. I titled this part of the presentation Brr because looking at the jet stream, you have an upper level low over central Canada. You got a strong troughing, a strong jet max rotating through the major axis of this jet stream, a negatively tilted trough. This generally brings in a lot more colder air to the base of it, coming in towards the mid-Atlantic region at this time. That's an impressive jet stream for sure on the 15th of December, next Thursday. And then looking at the 5,000-foot temperatures, wow, this is very cold air. The theme of the next 10 to 15 days for the majority of the month of December, we've talked about it, will be reloading of the very cold air over central and western Canada. These oranges indicate temperatures minus 30 degrees Celsius at 5,000 feet. And the wind vectors are pointing this very cold air towards Southeast Virginia through the base of this trough on the 15th of December. So that's going to be an even colder shot on the 15th, the way it looks right now. So the long-range final thoughts before we wrap this segment up. There is a strong potential for a very cold December as Arctic air remains close to southeastern Virginia. And I want to say, beware of western ridging and eastern deeper troughs. And the reason I say that is, if we look at the main pattern here, we don't have a huge ridge at the jet stream level, a huge upper level ridge developing over the west into western Canada. If that does not develop, then it will be very cold, but not as cold. The mother lode of the cold air will stay up here in Canada. But if we get any kind of ridging or any kind of dipping further amplification of this jet stream, a lot colder air is going to be allowed to flow more readily southeast towards our part of the country, Southeast Virginia here. So I want to use that with caution. I want to say, beware of western ridging and eastern deeper troughs, because that could bring a lot colder air. We're looking very cold in the northern part of the United States over the next 10 to 15 days. Just a little bit of an amplification of the jet stream with a western ridge and a eastern trough could bring a lot colder weather into Southeast Virginia. Now we are expecting multiple shots of very cold air to move towards our area, with the coldest periods being on the 9th, 10th, 15th, 16th, and the 19th of December. This will be our Friday, Saturday shot of cold this weekend. That's the one I just showed you at the end of the long range next Thursday. And then even beyond that, we have the 16th and the 19th, some additional cold shots of air. What that will act to do is cool the water temperatures down, sea surface temperatures in the area, which could play an important role later on in wintry precipitation type situations for different coastal storms coming up the coast. Now, warm-ups will be there, but they will be very limited in duration. We're looking right now at the 12th and the 14th of December with the mildest warm-up periods. But that's it. All right, a case of reloading the Arctic air over Canada and the northern plain states. And it'll keep reloading and reloading, and then we'll get a flow of air towards the south, towards basically southeast, towards the mid-Atlantic region, towards Southeast Virginia. So again, a gloomy day out there today here in Southeast Virginia, just showing you some long-range thoughts. The model runs have been interesting the last couple. I will say this. The Arctic air is in place across western and central Canada. And again, all it takes is a greater amplitude of the jet stream with a ridge bumping up into the colder, very cold air over western Canada, central Canada, to dislodge that cold air southeast. It's denser. It'll follow the topography of the United States, basically east of the Rockies, all the way over to the mid-Atlantic region. So we really have to be cautious of that. And we'll keep you updated throughout. We posted the latest weather forecast earlier. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We hope you enjoyed this presentation. Get those coats out, folks. It's going to be a very cold, for the most part, a very cold upcoming 10 to 15 day period. Christmas right now, a little bit farther down the road. The models have been inconsistent, so we'll keep an eye on overall teleconnections. We'll continue to watch those with the Arctic Oscillation, the North Atlantic Oscillation, and we'll continue to watch how this reloading Arctic air pans out. So that's all I've got for now. Everybody have a great afternoon, and remember, if we're not spot on, we're not doing it right. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay dry out there. Have a great one.